My name is Ralph Degala, Season 9, Top 13, MasterChef, USA. I was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 1998, where both of my parents were working as nurses in the industry. 10 years later, I was in Houston, Texas, going to school. Then I moved to LA in 2016. And, I was working as an accountant at that time. I had to ask myself, like, Ralph, is this it? Are you gonna be an accountant for the rest of your life? Hell no. Before auditioning for MasterChef, I feel like everything kind of fell in line. I've always wanted to share Filipino-American food, Filipino food in general, to the world. I think cooking was such a passion for me, and it was very innate to share. In August of 2017, my wife had this idea of saying, Ralph, like, why don't you go start a YouTube channel? And I was like, actually, yeah, that'd be kind of dope if we did like a tutorial. There's a lot of videos already on YouTube doing Filipino recipes, but I feel like there was still a chance for me to go. And so for my birthday, I still remember it was August 22 of 2017. She recorded my first ever video, edited it, and posted it on YouTube.
Why are you doing this?
Because that's how like every chef like that. What's up, guys? We about to make this beefsteak, Degala. It's about to be lit. Welcome to the cooking show.
Nothing on my mind, fresh face. The street raised me up.
And it includes the classics.
What's up, guys? My name is Ralph Xavier. We're gonna be making beefsteak today.
My audition for MasterChef was a long process. The end of September of 2017, I literally submitted my application. I sent a link of my beefsteak Tagalog YouTube video, and 3 weeks later, I get a call. And I remember sitting at work receiving that call. I was like, oh shit, like, they must really want me. They must really, or I'm one of the special ones, right? I show up to the Lowe's Hollywood Theater, and there was 1,000 other people there. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I was VIP, but it was one of those things that were very magical because I feel like this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and it just seemed so right that I was there.
H-Town is in the building.
So, you have just 30 minutes to make your signature dish.
I remember looking around, I was like, dude, everybody's dish looks really good. The person next to me had this very complicated dish, sous vide octopus with mashed potatoes and a beurre blanc sauce. So I'm out here busting out this Pyrex, plating my pancit, chopping up fresh green onions, plating it. And I was really scared. I was like, yo, this is kind of like, I'm looking around like, my dish is kind of like the most basic one. But in reality, that kind of, that kind of represents who I was. I was like, this isn't really basic. This is actually who I am. This is like the first dish that I remember cooking or helping my dad make. And also, this is something that every Filipino in the world has probably had in their life, but also one of the first few dishes that Filipinos made. My dad will cook pancit, which is a noodle dish in the Filipino culture. Every birthday that we had in our family or his family, I remember he would make pancit, which stood for a long life in the Filipino culture. So that was the first dish I remember really participating and helping him out. I was literally, cleaning the bean sprouts and peeling the carrots, and that was it. That was the entry to my culinary career. My time on MasterChef was pretty crazy. It still feels like a dream. I can't fathom how fast or how things escalated so quick. I remember when I was a kid, I would be watching Fox, watching American Idol, Hell's Kitchen, a lot of these shows. I'm like, oh, that'd be so dope if I got on one of those shows. But I never thought that I would be in it.
We started with 8 aprons each. Now, Gordon has 5, Aaron still has 7. And I have just 5 aprons left.
My mentor on MasterChef was an Italian-American restaurateur named Joe Bastianich. He was actually the one that gave me my apron and took the risk.
I'm just so happy to have made this dish with my mentor, Joe B. I got so much tips that somebody would pay Joe a lot of money for it. Definitely one of the best days of my life.
Wow.
Unreal.
That looks delicious. Ralph, describe the dish, please.
It's a chicken milanese with a fried polenta cake and a fresh arugula salad with pickled veggies and a homemade balsamic vinaigrette.
Eventually made it all the way to the top 13. I was like one episode away from making it to the top 10. I would say that lucky 13 was a very special episode that I went home on, like really trying to make Brazos with Mercedes in an hour. And so, but the great thing is about it was that I remember it was a citrus challenge. And I remember going to the pantry, I was like, oh, calamansi. And so they had this clip of me going, calamansi, I love you so much. And then I bet people watching the show, whether or not they were Filipino or just fans of the show, that they're like, what the hell is calamansi? And that was my whole thing. I was like, if somebody Googled calamansi after that, like I think I feel like I already won. Filipino food is so important for me because it's a voice. It felt so good to represent Filipino food. Not only am I representing myself, like I'm representing my family, I'm representing all my loved ones who have passed away over the past couple of years. But to me, Filipino food doesn't just represent the actual food and the taste. It's really the culture, and that's why I think it's so important. Post MasterChef has been an amazing ride. Every day I wake up and I'm just like presented with so many opportunities. My YouTube channel had about 120 subscribers. The most views I had on a video was my beef steak, and that had about 5,000 views, which I was very proud about. I was like, every view is somebody learning how to make this recipe. After the show, everything quadrupled. Like my followers immediately jumped like over 4,000. My YouTube channel went from like 100 subscribers to over 5,000 subscribers. And also my views went from like 5,000 to like 100,000. I definitely just want to make sure I keep trying things, because I think as soon as I settle, then I'll stop. And when I think about goals that I have for the next couple of years, it's this. Currently working on doing a live feed with Food Beast. We're doing a MasterChef kind of collaboration. It's gonna be at a digital platform that I've never done before. I've never done a live stream on Twitch. I know a lot of gamers use Twitch, but to be able to do a food one on Twitch and be able to do Filipino food, I'm so excited about that. If I start a restaurant, it would definitely be a fast casual and also accessible to everybody. I want to make food that was part of my life that actually had a very big impact. I want everybody to be able to sit down in my restaurant, try the food, whatever it is. I was in college and there was this quote that I still carry on to this day. It's, success is not a destination, it's a journey. At first it was a cheesy quote, but then it means so much because I've had all this success in my life, but I still feel like I haven't even, scratched the surface. Whenever you say I've succeeded in life, I think I'm good to go, then I think you've actually stopped being successful. And so it's gonna be a journey, and yeah, that's my definition of success. It was funny because when I got eliminated from MasterChef, they were like, hey, Ralph, sorry, but your MasterChef journey ends here. And I remember like being so emotional. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe my MasterChef journey has ended. But the truth is, it just started. MasterChef was just a catalyst to having the opportunity and platform that I have now. And I honestly can't wait to see what's in store for me.